Welcome back to your instructional launch for English 8, Week 14. This week we'll be discussing your novel, Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, and the Unsolved Mystery Project. I want to remind you that the first project has already had the due date pass a month ago. Don't miss the boat. If you haven't submitted that by now, know that the ship is moving on and you need to get caught up as soon as possible. And Then There Were None. The novel has many characters, 10 as far as I can count, in the novel. And you were to find that novel in your 8th grade Google Classroom. There is a link to it for English language learners. If you click that, it should take you right to that chapter book, and you can read the chapters. Also, there have been learners that have been finding it on Vimeo, parts of it on YouTube. You're more than welcome to try to find the movie to understand it more. But you might want to come back and refer to this as you start writing the different chapters that you are studying. As I have said, there are different ways to study this novel. There are summaries, there are cliff notes and spark notes to help you understand it better, because you are going to be writing an essay as your final product for this project. Here is one summary of the book.
Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. This novel broke the traditional form of a detective story, but won't read like it since so many stories afterward used Christie's model. And Then There Were None is set on an isolated island in England. The 10 characters are mysteriously called together, each given a personal and different reason. Within a few hours of their meeting, the characters begin to get murdered until there were none left alive. But who is this murderer? What is his or her motive? The book opens with a version of 10 Little Indians, which depicts the way each of the 10 characters will die, and symbolically one of the 10 toy soldiers go missing with each death. All 10 characters have a dark past which they must face when their sins of murder are revealed through a recording toward the opening of the novel. When the police find all of the bodies, they are baffled by the 10 deaths and no murderer to be found. Read Christie's novel to solve the crime yourself. She'll keep you guessing until the very end. This novel, like many of Christie's stories, asks larger questions of morality. If all 10 characters were supposed killers who had gotten away with their crimes, did they deserve murder themselves? Who would take it upon themselves to dispense justice where justice had failed, and why?
Okay, so that is one of the many resources that are out there about this book, which was written quite a long time ago. But what do you do after you've read the book? Well, now it's time to go to your Summit English and see what needs to be completed in the checkpoints. Okay, so what are you going to do for this project? You're going to be writing an essay, and that means more than one paragraph. An essay is several paragraphs. Your essay is a crime analysis. Write an essay explaining your analysis of the evidence, asserting whether you believe a character that you choose is guilty or innocent. Include at least 2 subclaims and reasons, sufficient evidence, as well as counterclaims and rebuttal evidence. So the very first checkpoint, you're going to be collecting evidence. If you open this up, there is a nice template for you to collect evidence. And here there are 10 places to collect evidence on what goes on at Indian Island. This needs corrected, one eye. Indian Island, collect the evidence and find the clues by copying and pasting from the text right in here, using quotes from the book. So I would like you to start this week. And if you have already started, good for you. Keep moving. Don't stop, because we only have until December 21st. That is not very far away. You're going to be crafting an argument, opening up this one, and look, another nice template just to fill out, so you can find your evidence and your claims to include in your essay. Luckily, for such a intricate book, there is only 4 checkpoints. You've done the evidence, getting the argument together, and an outline, and another nice way to a graphic organizer to organize your essay. So this is going to give you a clue that your essay paragraphs, the first paragraph is going to be an introduction, a hook, your claim of who you think is innocent or guilty, the first paragraph, a second paragraph, a third paragraph, and then the conclusion. So this essay is typical of writing a 5-paragraph essay. Intro, 3 paragraphs for details and claims, and a conclusion. Once you have collected all your evidence and used your graphic organizers, put it all together into a very nice presentation. It would be great if you could use things that I like. I do like to see double spacing because it makes it easier to read. I like quotations from the text itself to support your arguments, and citing it from the book would be awesome and would get you a very good score, because the cognitive skills are your argumentative claim, a counterclaim, selection of evidence, organization in the paragraphs, and using conventions. Conventions means proper punctuation. Capitalization is kind of a stickler for people who do English. Not to forget to use capitals and not little i's. Again, remember to try to stay on track. This project is due December 21st, only a month away. If you are still spinning your wheels on the last project, please get those submitted as soon as possible. Don't make more work for yourself. Try to stay up. Keep up with the blue line. Have a great week.